Measure twice, cut once. That's the plan. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tony and this is TC's Outdoors. And as you can see, we're not outdoors. We are in the garage again. So the weather after last week, beautiful. Got quite a bit done outside. Didn't do much filming, but I did do some cleanup in the wood yard, got some splitting done, got some logs moved, what have you. We had temps up in the 80s last week, and all that changed Monday morning. The weather kind of went to crap. It started pouring rain, rained all day Monday, half a day yesterday. Today's Wednesday the 19th, and it's snowing up, or it's trying to snow. It's just spitting like sleet, nastiness, windy. So I'm not going out there. I was hoping to get some stuff cut today, but Mother Nature doesn't cooperate with me. So I thought I would get something done in here. And after the last video, if you haven't seen that, I'll throw a link up right here. And I was editing that video, and I was timing myself how fast I could make a face cord of wood. And the way I do it, I throw it in the Ranger, or I stack it in the Ranger, and I was thinking if I could just throw it in, it would speed me up quite a bit. And I tried over the weekend just throwing it in, and I can't get nearly as much in there. I mean, I know that you don't get as much anyways because it's loose, but being that it falls all over the place and goes on the ground as you're throwing it in, it's really kind of frustrating, and you can't. So you make a whole bunch more trips rather than being able to fill it up. So that got me thinking that maybe I could build some sides on this thing. And I got looking around on the internet, and guys out there they're using these holes here in the side of the bed. That's like the Polaris lock and ride or whatever it's called. They put some stakes in here, doweling or whatever, and then they put some boards on, and then they've got removable sides. So I thought that's a pretty awesome idea, and I'm going to give it a shot. So I started looking around, see what I had. 1-inch PVC just about is perfect. It's a little loose. I'm going to try to take up that play with a little bit of tape. I've got some athletic tape that I'll throw on the bottom. We'll talk about that once I get there. But so I'm just going to build two sides. I didn't have enough PVC to do the whole project, but I bought, I think it's a 10-foot, 1-inch piece of conduit back here, and that's more than I'll need, but it's going to work out perfect. It was like 17 bucks. I'll have $17 invested into this when I get done. I just broke down a pallet for the boards. Okay, so the holes in the bed here they go all the way through, but about 4.5 inches down, they have like a little cup, and that stops the pipe right there. So I think I'm going to cut all the pipes at 24 inches because that'll get me, 2 foot. It gives me about 20 inches out, which I mean, I suppose I could go higher, but I just know me, and if I make these too tall, I will have to fill it to the top, and eventually the thing's going to flip over backwards. I'll end up probably breaking something, so I think we'll play it safe. We'll have 20-inch sides, and that will be perfect. So I'll start cutting the pipes to 2 foot. I'm just going to set the stop here on the saw. I'm sure that most of you guys are familiar with how miter saws work, but I just got the cut stop over there set to 24 inches so that I don't have to keep measuring. I can just cut. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, so like I was saying, 1-inch conduit, PVC conduit fits. It's a little loose. It's got a little wiggle to it, which probably isn't a big deal, but I'm going to wrap it with this tape. So I just had this left over. It's hockey stick, handle tape, grip tape, whatever you call it. And I bought this. I made my daughter some handles for gymnastics, and I have this left over. So I think it'll hold up pretty good in there. It's kind of like a cloth material, so it's not slippery. Should help it hold in place. I'm not sure how many wraps to do. We'll start with like maybe 3 times around and go from there. And there you go. So I'm gonna measure up like 4 inches on this, and then I'll do a second wrap towards the top, and see how she fits. I don't think you can see what I'm doing, but got that a little too tight because once it's all together, I don't want to have to beat it in there. So we'll take full wrap off. Man. Ooh. There's a little more off, I guess. I think I'm Jimmy here. I'm going to get a lot out of here, folks. Jeez. That was a little slimy. No real science here, folks. Like everything else I do. Shooting from the hip. Oh yeah, that's the ticket. All right, nice and tight. It's got a little wiggle to it. I probably got room for one more wrap on there. Everything I took off the top that I shouldn't have. Oh, that is it. Okay, so nice tight fit. I'm going to continue, do the other 3, sorry, and we'll come back and we'll put some boards on. Okay, so I drug all these outside, cut them all down to 38 inches. These are the pallet boards that I was talking about. See, they're pretty thick. Let me see if I see a tape measure. They're like, it's like 1 by. It's not, yeah, they're over 3/4 of an inch thick, and it's oak. So they should hold up to the test of time. As far as fasteners go, I'm not exactly sure this is the choice that I should be using, but it's what I have, so that's what I'm going to use for now. If I had thought about it when I was at the hardware store, I would have bought the brackets that go over like a pipe bracket, those little galvanized, and they would have worked out pretty well. So if these are the screws left over from when they did my siding. It's hard to see, right? The little rubber washer on them. But I've got like bags and bags of these still left over. So I thought I'd use these. Hopefully they'll hold pretty good into the PVC. We'll see. Over time, if they come out, then I'll have to change how I fasten them. But for now, this is what I'm going to use. So I'll throw you guys on time lapse. And okay, so you see me here pre-drilling all the holes. I was kind of nervous maybe some of this old oak would split on me or something, so I made sure I pre-drilled all the holes. And the only measurement I was really working off of here is I measured 3 inches off of the one end of the board to keep the edge of that board, a good inch away from the back windshield on the Ranger. And then I just kind of eyeballed everything else. But right here I'm working on the spacing. Started a little big, kind of worked my way back. Ended up being about 2.5 inches total in between each board and the top of the bed rail. Seemed to be the number, kind of worked out good. But yeah, those clamps, the squeeze Irving clamps there, they're a lifesaver when you need an extra set of hands and you don't have them. So, but all in all, pretty good project. Happy the way it turned out. All right, so farm truck sides on the Ranger complete. I think that's a job well done. It came together really nicely, kind of exactly how I envisioned it. It should allow me to throw in a fair amount more firewood without it all pouring back on the ground and then having to re-pick it up. I think this will be good. So next time I split, I will do I'll do another time trial and we'll see how much faster it is now with the sides without having to stack into the back of this thing. And then when we stack it, we'll measure it and we'll see how much I can get in here. I bet it's still a half a face cord now, even I'll be able to go a lot taller. So either way, come back, because I've got something exciting in the next video, hopefully the next video. If the weather holds out, we're gonna film tomorrow. I'm gonna do some bucking, and there's something that everybody that runs a chainsaw I think would be interested in that I wanna show you guys. So either way, that's gonna do it for today's video. So if you're into this kind of stuff, guys, please hit the like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and take it easy, guys. We'll see you.